Hi everyone, welcome back to the another session. So we'll continue the same endocrine system in the human physiology. Okay, so now we'll start thyroid gland. Okay, thyroid gland. So thyroid gland is endothermal in origin. Okay, endothermal in origin. So thyroid gland, if you see, it is present in the neck region. Okay, it is present in the neck region on either side of the trachea. On either side of the trachea. So the middle tube, C-shaped rings. So this trachea, on either side of the trachea, it contains a thyroid gland. Okay, so this thyroid gland releases two hormones, thyroxine and thyrocalcitonin. So before going to the hormones, we'll see the structure now. So this thyroid gland is made up of two structures. One is follicles, another one is stromal tissues. Okay, so follicles, first one is follicles. So these follicles are made up of follicular cells. It is made up of follicular cells. These follicular cells are going to formed around the cavities. Okay, follicular cells are going to formed around the cavities. So this follicular cells itself releases the hormones. Follicular cells releases the hormones thyroxine and thyrocalcitonin. Okay, thyroxine and thyrocalcitonin. First we will see the thyroxine functions. Thyroxine, very important hormone, thyroxine. Why it is important, we'll discuss now. Thyroxine is the hormone which is responsible to maintain the body temperatures. Okay, and at the same time it regulates BMR. What is BMR? Basal metabolic rate. What is this meant for? Basal metabolic rate ante enti? So basal metabolic rate is nothing but utilization of the oxygen. How many molecules of oxygen we are using per unit of weight. Okay, so that is basal metabolic rate. That basal metabolic rate also regulated by the thyroxine. Okay, so and then this thyroxine is also responsible for erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis nothing but RBC production. So this thyroxine regulates the erythropoiesis. So these are the regulatory functions. Erythropoiesis means production of RBC, red blood cells. Red blood cells production also controlled by the thyroxine hormone. Then so after thyroxine, see, thyroxine is responsible to maintain the body temperatures. Why? Because when more oxygen molecules are used, during the cellular respiration process. After the cellular respiration, what happens? It is releasing ATP molecules. More ATP molecules are going to be released here. More ATP during this process, at the same time it releases heat. So with the help of this heat, it can able to maintain the body temperature. It maintains the body temperatures. And that is making us homeotherms. See, human beings are homeotherms, warm-blooded animals. We will maintain the constant body temperature. So that constant body temperatures are going to be maintained only with the help of the thyroxine hormone. Why? Because of the thyroxine, more oxygen molecules are going to be utilized in the metabolic processes. So the more oxygen molecules are utilized during the cellular respiration, in this process it releases the energy and it stores the energy in the form of ATP, and at the same time it releases the temperatures in the form of heat. So when it is releasing heat, automatically it is going to increase our body temperature. That's why it maintains the constant body temperature, that making us homeotherms. Okay, so that is, these are the main functions of thyroxine. So thyroxine, and then we'll go to the thyrocalcitonin. So thyrocalcitonin, here only we'll write. So it increases the calcium levels in the blood. It increases the calcium levels in the blood. Why? Because increasing calcium levels also have to be maintained in the blood. So that levels of maintaining is done by thyrocalcitonin, also known as calcitonin, TCT we'll say. TCT involves in the increasing the calcium levels in the blood. Take screenshot all of you. Okay. Next one, we'll go to the parathyroid gland. Parathyroid gland. Parathyroids. Okay, parathyroid. Parathyroid gland. So for this gland we need to take small changes here. So it is not present in front of the trachea, it is present in the dorsal side. It is present in the dorsal side. It will be a pair of parathyroid. So two pairs of parathyroid glands, two pairs of parathyroid. These are the parathyroid glands. Parathyroid gland. Parathyroid glands. See here. So in the parathyroid gland, so two pairs of parathyroid glands are present. Two pairs of parathyroid glands are present on the dorsal side of the thyroid gland. Dorsal, back side. Okay, dorsal side of thyroid gland. Dorsal side of thyroid gland. Okay, parathyroid gland. Two pairs of parathyroid glands are present in the thyroid lobes. So these parathyroid glands are exactly present in the dorsal side. Dorsal side of the, see, front it contains the thyroid gland, just back of the thyroid gland it contains the parathyroid glands. Four pairs, four total, so two pairs of parathyroid. What is the hormone released here? Parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone. Okay, parathyroid hormone, PTH. Parathyroid hormone is going to released by the parathyroid gland. Next one, so this parathyroid gland functions. What are the functions? Functions. Okay, main functions of parathyroid gland, that is bone resorption of bone resorption. So for this bone resorption only we have another two names. One is dissolution, otherwise demineralization. Demineralization. Demineralization means here, see, from the bone calcium molecules are released into the blood. Calcium ions are released into the blood. That's why it is demineralization. D, removal. Removal of the calcium ions from bone to blood. Okay. Not only here, even renal tubules also. This one is the first one, even second one. From the renal tubules also. From renal tubules also, the calcium is going to be released into the blood from renal tubules. Renal tubules. Okay. So that's why this process is known as resorption, not absorption. It is resorption, releasing out. Okay. Demineralization means, so in the bone, what are the structures are responsible for this resorption? Those are osteoclast. Osteoclasts are releasing the calcium ions into the blood. Osteoclasts are releasing the calcium ions into the blood, and in the same way from the renal tubules also. renal tubules also calcium is going to be released into the blood. So this process is known as demineralization. Finally what happens, it is going to balance the calcium in the blood, calcium levels in the blood. That is the main function of parathyroid hormone. What is the main function of parathyroid hormone? To maintain the balance of calcium ions in the blood. Even in the TCT, thyrocalcitonin also performs the same function, balancing the calcium levels in the blood. So that is about the parathyroid hormone. Very simple. So two pairs of parathyroid glands are present on the dorsal side of the thyroid gland, and this is releasing the hormone is known as parathyroid hormone, and function will be bone resorption or dissolution, and thyroid and also dissolution, demineralization, releasing of the calcium ions into the blood. Okay, so take the screenshot of